Running slow to get faster doesn't seem like a normal thing to say, but it is true, and it does work. The Maffetone Method has shown me that, and I'm going to see exactly where my numbers lie after 3 years of really not doing much speed work. I haven't been on the track in like 3 years. So today, we're gonna see what happens. Running 400-meter repeats, 4 of them. I'd like to keep it like around 140 because I think my record, the best pace I ever did, I think was like 133, I think, 133, 132. If I can 3 years later say that I'm like 140, I'd be okay with that considering no speed work, no training, nothing like that. But we gotta get on the track to actually prove that. So I think tomorrow, that's what I'm gonna do. It's been 3 years since I've been on the track to do a 400-meter repeat. Just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car, nothing can break me, no, nothing. And I have no idea where I am, what my fitness is like, and whether or not I can actually get it done in 1 minute and 40 seconds. That's a goal that I have to do this. It's gonna be hard, it's gonna suck, I'm not gonna enjoy it. However, I do wanna know whether or not using the Maffetone Method all this time has allowed me to get faster. I did do this in 2020, and I wanted to know if I'm like any better than I was back in 2020. I mean, I've just been using the Maffetone Method for all of my runs primarily. And yeah, there was a couple of times I did a little bit of speed work for like a week or two, but nothing, you know, no dedicated time to doing that. However, the thing is I do want to get faster, and I have hit plateaus, and the Maffetone Method does call for some higher intensity HIIT workouts. It's part of the plan. It's part of what Dr. Phil Maffetone talks about. I just don't know where my fitness is at and whether or not all of this running over the last number of years has actually maintained what I have, has improved what I have, because I haven't really challenged myself on the track because I've been a little scared of speed work. You know, I've been scared of getting injured and not being able to do the sport that I love to do. This is the dilemma that I'm in. In 2015, I weighed like 175 pounds when I ran these faster repeats in the race and whatnot. And in 2016, again, I was pretty much the same weight. However, 2020, I was around 200 pounds. This time around, I'm 121 pounds. A far cry from a number of years ago. Yeah, I kind of like food a little too much. So while I'm running, it is kind of hard. Like, I have this extra weight on my gut that, again, I'm trying to lose. Like, I lose it. I go down like 210, 209, 208, and then, I don't know, between work and stress and taking clients out to eat, the weight comes back. It's a cycle that I have that I'm still yet to crack. And I will, at some point I will. However, I am heavier this time around than I was 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and certainly what I was like a decade ago. So I have to remind myself that, and again, I'm older too, right? Like, I'm no, you know, that also plays into all of this. But I need to know that I can do this. I need to know that I can run faster, even though I've got all this extra weight on me. Is it ideal? No. Is it truthful? Yes. It's who I am. I am who I am on camera and off camera. This is just how I roll. So, yeah, this is the morning. I'm gonna do it. just out for just a little walk. Oh, and also, I guess I should point out, yeah, my, you know, getting out and going for a little bit of a walk, it kind of loosens up the fascia on my, or on my foot, because I think I've got plantar fasciitis on my left foot, and I'm just trying to kind of navigate that. I've kind of come to the realization that that's pretty much, I think, what it is. Low grade, I think it's like a 1 or a 2, like maximum. But the thing is when I run fast, like when I do like a tempo run, or if I do a 400 meter repeat, or if I do like fartleks, or if I do something where it's fast, I feel it the next day. But if I just run slow, I don't really feel it the day after at all. It's a weird thing. I'm dealing with it, but it's just something to point out. So I've got all of these things against me. I've used the Maffetone method for 4 years, guys, 4 years. And I've done his whole 2-week test when it comes to eating. I've made countless videos on this topic on, you know, how I was able to run faster by 3 minutes in 1 year using the Maffetone method. I've also talked about walking back after an injury, which was faster, walking or running. I've also looked at, you know, where I am 3 years later, 4 years later. I've also tracked and looked at, you know, my lifestyle when it comes to coffee, when it comes to stress, the food I eat, all of these things I've talked about on the channel. I've used the Maffetone method in so many ways in my life, and it's helped me immensely. So I am very intrigued with where things are gonna go now. Now, I've also run my first ultra marathon, which was a 50 miler, all at a low heart rate, even lower than my MAF heart rate back a number of years ago. So I've used it, I know it works, I know all of that kind of stuff. But what's interesting is I haven't trained my anaerobic system, and I haven't pushed it very hard in like 4 years. And I've done a couple of faster runs, but just, I don't know, just for a couple of weeks, and that was it. And I find that my higher end speed dissipates more. I'm training anaerobically, and I see the results over a couple of weeks. I can see that, but the problem is that's the first thing that goes when I stop training. And my fast twitch muscle fibers kind of, you know, whatever happens to them, I'm no doctor, I don't know, but you kind of get slower. But my slow twitch fiber muscles, because a lot of the slow running I've done, I've been able to build up the mitochondria, I've been able to run that longer distance, I've been able to continue to run as much as I have over the years. And so, by running slow all this time, I would think that maybe I'm going to be slower when I try to do track work. But we'll see. It's time to add some speed work. Okay, now I'm settled in.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might miss it? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might miss it? Go ahead and shine, darling, go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're
Okay, let's cool down. It's a cool down for 3 minutes. Woo. Guys, it's hard. Man, 3 years. It's been since I did this. I don't know, man. I haven't looked at my times, but what I can tell you, it's just hard. Man, track work is hard. I was a little nervous. I don't want to get injured. So, we'll see. I got 2 more to do. Well, that's done. We're gonna go back home and we'll see how I did. My hope is that I am under 140, 1 minute and 40 seconds. Anything under, I would be extremely happy. Here's the thing, running form is so important, and I've been doing a lot of slow running. So my form sometimes can get kind of sloppy, I would say, where my cadence is really slow. But my cadence when I'm running around a track, so much faster, like, wow. But again, we gotta dive into the details. I gotta see how I did. But anyways, this track session is done. Just wanna get my VO2 max up. I wanna see improvements, and I'm just gonna keep on plugging forward. Yeah, that's how I did lap-wise. Okay, max heart rate was 184. When you're doing these short bursts of runs, your heart rate doesn't really record very well. So I did a 17-minute warm-up. And then my first lap was 143, 419 pace. That was good. And then I did a 3-minute recovery jog. And then a 136, 3-minute recovery. 135, oh, it's kind of close to 136. And then a recovery, and then 137, and then a recovery. And then my run home, which was 10 minutes. Yeah, baby, that's not bad at all. Flippin' awesome. Well, holy crap, can you believe it? I was able to do it. I was able to stay under 1 minute 40 for a 400 meter repeat. I honestly didn't think that I'd be able to do this. I'm pretty happy with it, and it makes me think that I'm capable of doing more than I know that I can. So I'm just going to keep on plugging away. I'm going to keep on running. I'm going to keep on just trying to set my own goals and achieve some cool things. And, you know, I just wanted to show you guys, like, we can all do hard things. We can all, if you think that things aren't going well, test yourself. See where you're at. Because once you know where you're at, you know if you can make any changes. That's what I've done for me, in my running. Yeah, was it the best conventional way of doing things? Probably not. But here's the thing that I've learned. Never give up, because you just may be one run away from setting a PR. And I know it may be hard to think like that, but good things happen to those who don't quit. And I'm no quitter. I'm not going to quit. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm seeing results with. And again, zone 2, Maffetone Method, slow running works. However, there is time for that faster pickup of speed. And each one has its benefits. Each one can help push your running to the next level. I'm not saying anything new. So many other people already are way smarter than me. I'm just some dude who likes to run, who likes to share how it's working for me as a middle-aged guy, right? And for some of you who are maybe coming into the sport, look, you know, good things can happen. Sometimes you just got to put down the chocolate bar or put down the bag of chips and just say, enough is enough, and I don't like who I've become. It's time for a change, and then go and make things happen. That's what I did. And yeah, I may have gained a little bit more weight over the last couple of years, but hey, you know what? Who doesn't like a good chocolate bar or a bag of chips, right? I just got to go out and run. Using the Maffetone Method has allowed me to push myself to places I didn't think I could go. And I never thought I could run an ultra marathon. And in this video, I think you will see exactly how things went down for me when I did my first one. So like I always say, get out and run. See you next week, guys.
Trying to find some balance.